a 1965 Yellowstone camper that Jesse just got. This is going to replace the Bonnie Bell, the 62 Shasta. So she and her mom are out here. Hey, Sherry.
I've had my head in the toilet for hours.
How's it smell down there?
You know, it's not bad, and everything was dry, and that's all you can ask for a 1965 Yellowstone. But we're laying some flooring.
So the flooring that was in here was out here, that black and white checker stuff. So
yeah,
of course
it was all coming up.
It was coming up.
So we're gonna lay something down.
So they, what is this? Like a wood floor looking?
It's a laminate.
Laminate.
Yeah.
And so Sherry's having fun trying to get that cut around the toilet. So they started in there, but they've got it pulled up out here on the floor. Going to do that next. So what was the story on this? You know, you guys saw it. It's like, oh, we need a bathroom and a sink. No shower.
No shower, but it was still small enough. So 16 feet, but that is 16 feet. We realized to the hitch.
The tongue.
The end of the hitch. And so this is 14 feet, but just long enough.
So it's about a foot longer than the other one?
I don't know.
It feels a little bigger.
It feels a little bigger. We'll have to measure the
it's
old
got,
one. It's taller for sure.
It's got the nice little fridge built in there. It's the AC was built in. It's got a lot of nice controls. But having the toilet is a big plus. Everything's plumbed in. Got a sink over there. Looks like they did a good job with all the upgrades. Got a TV.
Remodel.
Got the bed. The wood all looks nice.
Wood's in great shape. We're not painting.
Not going to paint anything. Just going to do the floor.
We feel pretty sure that, according to the last owner that owned it for 10 years, that when he bought it from the previous owner, it was a skin-off rehab. So that we feel the skin on the outside is new, and we feel like a lot of the wood in here has been replaced.
And then all the windows were sealed.
All the windows were taken off and resealed and put back on.
So it sounds like it's got great history for how it was redone a little bit. So when they saw this, Sherry reached out to Shipley, company online that you could hire someone to go pick it up because it was in Kentucky, and that didn't go well. Sent the money, and then somebody didn't come through on that end, so we had to abort and reach out to our friend.
Thank goodness for Jeff Adelson.
JA Transportation.
JA Transportation.
Yep, JA Transport came through.
He's here for all your transportation needs, but bless his heart, he drove on Friday.
He took the 4Runner and
drove to Kentucky, spent the night in Georgetown, Kentucky, picked it up the next morning, and then drove it all the way back here for us, and we will be forever grateful. And then I had to start a claim through PayPal and PayPal credit, and luckily, because I didn't want to run anything directly through them with my debit card, I went through PayPal credit, and that's what allowed me to get a pretty immediate refund of the shipping.
So we're all squared away, and and let the little remodeling work that'll be done begin. And it's a beautiful day. It's April 30th. Here comes May. I was out here doing a video on the awning LED strip light I just installed. That was a fun project. So we're all out here enjoying the weather. It's about, I don't know what it is, but it's warm. It's probably only 67. And then so we'll get some more content, put a nice little video together about the 65 Yellowstone as it becomes part of the family, and we'll be putting the other one up for sale. All right, so Sherry's over here working on some interior stuff for the Yellowstone over here, Jesse's camper. So what is it you're doing?
These are faux tin tiles that we are using on the back wall behind her bed. And you get them at Lowe's. We started with a gold, and then we wanted to make them look like they were vintage. So we have painted gold and then painted over with blue, which is going to be her primary color. And then we come back over with some mineral spirits to just kind of make them look like they're antiqued.
Interesting. So this outside gold will be painted blue as well?
Yes, it'll be the same blue as purple.
So this is going to be this gold out here is going to be painted blue eventually, but right now there's some interior projects going on. So Sherry's been working on a lot of this actually. So this flooring, if you recall, was black and white checker that was pulled out, a linoleum, and now there's a like a laminate sticky back floor in here.
Going with a beach theme again.
Beach.
So.
It's all about oceans and water, and they're gonna do a little bit of wallpaper, only in what, one
One
wall?
wall in the bathroom.
This one?
Yes.
This wall will be wallpapered.
We're gonna do tin on the ceiling.
Tin on the ceiling.
And then tin on the back.
And then some of this tin's already getting glued up on the back here. Well, it's kind of hard to see. I don't have any light back here, but so work in progress. Looks familiar with all our RV projects sometimes. So what are you doing?
I am, I've completed the laminate wood flooring project, completed the tin ceiling project, completed the wallpaper project, and now we are wrapping up the curtains and patiently awaiting the upholstery of the dining cushions.
Ah.
And that'll be the last.
And what is this all for?
Jesse's new 1965 Yellowstone that has a potty.
You can see it in the background through the window. We'll go out and get some current shots here, but yeah, she's doing the curtains and it's a project. I am here to document what's going on. So here's Sherry mounting the curtain on the back. Looks good. It's a corduroy?
That's a, yeah.
And what was the backing you put on it? Some kind of...
Yeah, they're blackout curtains. So hopefully it'll help a little bit with the heat and
help with the heat, and they're kind of like a thermal kind of backing.
stay a little darker in the morning for her.
So this is progressing. Sure, you got the wallpaper installed, and she really enjoyed doing that. Looks nice.
It was satisfying, but
Satisfying?
The space is so small. The bathroom is 2 by 2.5, so it was a little hard to maneuver.
So she's got 3 curtains up: the kitchen, the back, the side.
And we have to do just the front.
So she's got 3 more: the big front, the 2 sides. Coming along. So this has all been a crash course to get ready for Memorial Weekend, which is 2 days away. A little bit of cleanup in order here. It'll
Not
all
sure about the cushions. They're working on them this week.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they'll be done.
all these cushions will be done in a fabric that looks like this wallpaper, which is really cute. What is this? Sea, beach, pirate? What is the theme here?
Sailor, tattooed sailor.
There we go. And then Jessie brought over her new TV over there, so she'll be able to watch Netflix.
Yep.
As long as she has her own account,
Yeah,
based
as
on
long as she's
the
not
news today.
Sharing a password.
Yeah. So yeah, the 65 Yellowstone is coming together. All right. Well, the jack for this Yellowstone was shot. I mean, it was hard to get jack the thing up. So I ordered one of these from the Vintage Supply, Vintage Camper Supply, or whatever it's called. I'll put a link in the description. And this diameter is the 1.88. That'll fit the hole for this style of camper. A lot of them are 2 inches or bigger, 2 1/4. Pretty much everything I read online is what I ran into. Everybody said that if you look at the old holes, which had a round plate, and they were like 3.5 spacing. This is 3, but I'm gonna basically be able to use this first hole. Although I'm gonna re-drill it and tap it for my new bolts like these two, but you can see where I've marked these, and you can see the line I drew next to my little dot, and that's basically the cross member on each side. So, you know, there really wasn't like room to like get in there next to that and do like a bolt with a nut. So what we'll do is I got a little tap set. We'll drill it out here with the proper stuff and then tap it. This I'm not actually I've never actually tapped a hole before, but I bought 3/8-16, which is the coarse bolt and a lock washer. I got 3 of those. I'm gonna start a drill in a hole with the 3/16. I got a couple of these for metal, but 5/16 is the drill bit, the final drill bit size. And then one of these is marked here, but I'll use the 3/8-16, the coarse. It's probably this guy here for the tap. And then, you know, I'm not gonna videotape this whole thing, but you can watch how to tap a hole, and it's basically get that drill in the hole nice and straight up and down. Same with the tap as you attach it to the wrench, and then you get started with it. You want to make sure it's very straight, and then you'll do a couple revolutions, and then you'll clockwise, and then you'll back off a revolution to get the little cut out of there, I guess, and then you do a couple forward revolutions and a back, and you just keep doing that to get it all the way through. Lubricate it. I'm going to use a little WD-40 as I go. I'll probably squirt a little as I drill, and definitely squirt a little as I tap. So, all right, I got my 2 holes drilled for this. I'm just getting started with the tap. Well, for my first tap, it actually went really well. A little bit of play, but it seems to be biting and holding. So one thing I noticed, might be hard to see, but you know, it was pretty close to the frame, and so if you look down in there in that new hole, which is this one on this side, down on the metal down in there, you actually can see where some of the tap was hitting the wall of that, and I kind of felt that while I was tapping, and that probably could have made it a less perfect tap, and maybe why I have a little bit of play. But I'm going to do the other hole and then drill out this top one now that I've got this going. All right, I got all 3 holes tapped out. It surprisingly was very simple. The metal wasn't that hard to get through with the tap or anything. So now the moment of truth, to put the stand back on and make sure everything's still lined up where I can get the bolts in the holes. And it lined up. So looks good. I just gotta tighten those down. Project's almost done. Sherry just arrived with the newly recovered cushions. Look at that. Got nice piping.
Line on the back.
And everybody at the upholstery shop was in love with this material. They were just raving about it. So she's got her moment of truth here to see it fit. Oh, look at that old stuff. Wow, that was like stapled on the bottom. All right, the girls are out here painting the Yellowstone. The gold paint around the middle, and all around it is going to be blue to match Jesse's blue VW. So is it going on good? Somewhat?
I think so. I think it's going to require 2 coats.
For sure.
2 coats. So
It's like thick and thin at the same time.
it's got a nice reflection from the sun there, it looks like.
It's my sweat.
Yep. Of course, we're documenting this for, you know, the inaugural video of the Yellowstone being revealed with all its features. So this is going to take a couple of coats, but it's looking good. It's so much better than the gold. I mean, the gold, you know, has got that vintage feel about it, but of course the blue is just a happier vibe, and it matches her car. Of course, we have the new tongue jack, which just, you could just use your pinky to like raise and lower this now. It's so much nicer. And the we got the tires replaced because they were pretty much aged out. So we got brand new tires on this last week. They got some pretty cool wheels, aluminum wheels on here already. You know, it turns out that tank that's behind this fitting here, which probably was original, but it's all rotted out as it turned out, and they had replumbed and put a new pump and everything under the kitchen sink. But this was a pretty cool little contraption here. It had a built-in pressure regulator. Water came in here. Looks like it had an air. Looks like it had an air blowout here, and I guess you could adjust the regulator with the dial there, and that was all right behind here is the tank. But again, that's all not in use as it turns out now, which we learned the hard way. But it's coming together. Girls are working hard on it.